What's up guys, Tony Hannity's here from Lazy Tech TV, and today we're going to take a look at the GearPower 10,000 milliamp hour mobile power station from IOGear. Stay tuned. So we've already looked at a couple of mobile power solutions on this channel before. This is the IOGear 15,000 milliamp hour battery. This is the Anker, not to be confused, how big is this freaking thing? 26,000 milliamp hours in this bad boy. And now, if you need something a little bit smaller, 10,000 milliamp hours. So, case in point, if you need batteries to last for days, you don't want 10,000, you need 26,000. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for something a little bit small, a little bit sleeker, a little bit more discreet. We want discretion. And this is really nice because it does fit very easily in one side pocket. It's not going to bulge out like some of the other mobile power solutions might. It is very nice looking. It's got a glossy finish on the front, and it does have a little bit of a one side is weighted heavier than the other, but I guess if you had it in your pocket, you would have it this way anyway, so the wires will be coming out here. So having this side be a little bit heavier might not be such an issue. And it has USB Type A and USB Type C. Now the USB Type C is kind of a cool input here. It's I/O, in and out, and it does come with the USB Type C cable. One end is USB Type C, the other one is USB A, and so for that cable you can use that to charge this with your computer or even the wall, or you flip the cable around, you can charge your device, whether it be a Pixel XL, an HTC 10, or even some of the new Samsungs that are coming out. But because the USB Type-C is an in and out charging mechanism, and you have USB Type-A, you can actually charge two devices simultaneously with this guy. Now, I was lucky enough to use this over the past 2 weeks. My son used it for one day, I used it for a couple of days out and about just to see how this is versus using like my car charger on the go and everything. And I've got to say, I was a little underwhelmed. The fact of the matter is this is 10,000 milliamp hours, and if you have a phone that has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, you might think, oh, I can use this to charge my phone at least twice. And I know some of the milliamp hours are gonna be lost in the middle and all that kind of other stuff, and I'm no electrical engineer, so there might be some other things that are prone to cause this to happen. But the fact of the matter is, when I was using this to charge my Pixel XL, which arguably is just shy over 3,000 milliamp hours, I was only able to use this twice, not even, 1.5 times. The second time I went to charge this fully, it died in the middle of charging the phone. And this doesn't support Qualcomm's Quick Charge. They use their own proprietary charging standard, very similar to what Anker does. They have Smart IQ, which pretty much does the same thing as Anker's Power IQ. It takes into account the kind of battery that it has, and it will charge the battery accordingly so it doesn't overpower the battery, but it still does it in a timely manner so you can have a fully charged battery or close to fully charged battery as quickly as possible. That didn't happen for me either. Whether I used it with the USB Type-C connection or the standard USB Type-A connection, fully charging my battery took about 2 hours. Now one might say, well, that's actually pretty quick. Well, yeah, if you're comparing it to your standard car charger, or if you're charging it over USB, maybe, yeah. But the fact is, we have so many new technologies and new standards to allow fast charging and charging a device halfway in 15 minutes. That's not the experience that I had with this using Smart IQ. But I will say this, going out in my daily job, in the things that I do, having this in my pocket and or my backpack versus having this is a much better option. Although these will last a little bit longer, granted, this is a much nicer design. Now, as I mentioned, the battery pack will come with a USB Type-A to USB Type-C standard cable. It's just a black cable, nothing special about it. But IOGear was gracious enough to send me out one of their braided USB Type-C to USB Type-C cables. This is only 3 feet, which for me is not a lot. You know, if you're going to use this on your bedside table, you probably want 6 feet, but something just in your backpack, nothing too long, And the fact is, this is a very nice design. The thing about braided versus your standard cable is, well, it feels thicker, and it is thicker. It's not gonna crack, it's not going to fray. If it came to a blade for some reason, it's a little less likely that this would open up versus your standard cable. It just looks really nice. It's got these aluminum tips design here, and I think they did a really nice bang up job on this braided cable. So after using this braided cable versus a standard cable, I think all my cables in the future, well, at least my premium ones, are going to be braided. And this is a premium option. Obviously, you can go with a standard cable, and some of you might say, who the hell cares about cables? Well, some people do. And so if you want some other options versus a black cable, this is pretty cool too. I like the flat cables. I'm sure you've seen them before. This is one of those flat cables that never tangles, but the braided design just feels a little bit more premium. The flat one feels, well, cheap. So yeah, if you just need battery power for the afternoon, this is great. If you need some battery power for the whole day, this probably won't do you any good. But this braided cable is pretty awesome. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments and questions in the section below. Thank you very much, IOGear, for setting us up with those review units. They did provide it to us, but this is not a sponsored video. If you have anything else you guys want us to review, make sure you contact us. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you want to follow me directly, all my links are in the description below as well too. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe this video and this channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Late.